Next week's feature performers, readers of fictitious novels and more.
Yes.
And very wonderfully eclectic. Why wouldn't we? Do you need a vocal mic? No, I have a mic. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, there. Oh, you're here. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah, let's hear it. Your professor. Okay. Oh, are you not playing yet?
Yeah, they got this new stuff, electricity.
Sorry.
Careful, careful.
This is where Haya Rodi comes in.
Oh, it's like, wow. That's impressive.
Why Wouldn't We was horribly wounded when a giant microphone fell on Dr. Dreame.
Today is why
A few witnesses that were willing to talk. Didn't want to get involved.
Lady Zeitgeist made no comment.
The long-suffering Lady Zeitgeist had no comment, but said she'd have a statement later.
Yeah.
That's not good. Okay. Here, let me Now I'll switch the cable for you. Okay. Cool.
Has anybody seen this man?
Not yet.
Greetings.
Oh my God, it's Steve!
Yeah. Yes, we are. Why wouldn't we? And we're presenting selected readings of fictitious books by fictional authors. This one entitled The Headless Knight by Sophia Sponge. Chapter 1, The Best. Page 3, paragraph 3. Yes. Ralphina reporter and Cracky camera, who worked for the London Times, were on their way to the mansion of Lord Hallelujah. It took them many kilometers to get there, but they finally got there. They drove as quick as they could. Finally, they arrived. They got out of the car. And walked towards the door. And rang the doorbell. The door opened. And a butler was there who said, "Yes?"
Yes, my name is Ralphina, reporter, and this is Cracky Camera, my photographer.
Hello, how are you, mate? Yes, yes, Lord Hallelujah has been looking for you all day today. Follow me, please. Door shut. And they followed him to an elevator. He pressed the elevator button. The door opened. They got on the elevator. Door shut. Went up. They got off. And there was his lordship sitting there in the library. "Ah, at last you're here," he said, and got up and immediately went to a bar, which he always kept in the B area of the library, and began pouring drinks for the two of them. And then they began discussing what they wanted to do, which was to go into a mansion that no one had ever been able to survive the night in. And they were willing to do it. They were going to be doing a story. And so he gave them the special remote and the permission to do so. Chapter 2. Entering the Castle. Page 103, paragraph 3. They finally got there, and Ralphina grabbed the remote.
Well, here, I'll just press this button.
And suddenly the drawbridge began to lower. And they drove across it. And they drove up to the castle and got out. And she pressed another button. And suddenly, the iron gate went up. And behind that were the double iron doors. She pressed another button. And they opened. They walked in. And into the hallway they walked, where their steps echoed. The doors slammed behind them. They didn't like this much. Chapter 49, Facing the Headless Knight. Page 503, paragraph 3. Suddenly, they were rushing up the steps, and the Headless Knight was on their trail. They kept, no matter what they did, they couldn't escape him. And they kept going higher and higher up into the castle. They could hear his clanking armor following them. And then they shut the big iron door once they got to a room.
Quick, slide the bolt across.
All right. All right. It's all done.
Here, I'm going to light a torch.
And then they heard the knight outside. He was pounding on the iron door. Finally, it fell to the floor, and the knight came in. And it chased them around the room with its huge, heavy sword, which kept missing them and hitting the floor. And so, finally, it stood at the foot of a wooden table. And so she had the torch in her hand, and she came running up to him, to the robot, with the torch in her hand, and shoved it right into the open place where its head would be. And she could hear the gears going, an engine happening. This thing was a robot. you build up all this pressure and then... They were out of the room, of course.